Timothy Haynes. All right. Timothy Haynes. We got 199 days without indictment. Position 5, 24 PI 001949. Right now, there is a $4,000 good bond as of March the 20th, 2024. Theft by taking and 2 counts of felony transaction card fraud. Financial transaction card fraud. Wow.
32 cycles, 7 FTAs going back to 01. Most recent is 2019. There's a forgery in the first 10 counts, an 04 burglary, theft by receiving possession of ID by another in 2011, financial transaction, and in 2011 burglary, theft by taking 2016 financial transaction card, theft in 2016 and 2019, 3 probation violations, open case, 22 CP 214966. Financial transaction card theft, 3 counts, identity theft, fraud, nothing further.
All right. Go ahead, Ms. Browning.
Right, Your Honor, and I did email you and your staff just shortly before when I realized that only one of his cases is on the calendar day. So I'm hoping that we could address bond for the other case as well. It's the same case number, just ending in 50 instead of 49. I filed both of the motions at the same time, so I don't know why it's not here. But to Mr. Haynes's bond factors, Your Honor, as you said, he has been in custody for 199 days. He's lived in this area for about 20 years. He is a high school graduate. He celebrated his 53rd birthday 2 weeks ago. He is residentially challenged and has resided for the last 2 years at ARC, Atlanta Recovery Center over on Pryor Street. He has been struggling with some MH and physical disabilities that have prevented him from obtaining stable work. He has, or prior to be taken into custody, Your Honor, he spent months trying to get a hearing to get Social Security. He finally got a date set, which was June 1st. However, he was unable to attend that hearing and advocate for assistance due to the fact that he was in custody and has been for the last 199 days. He has been accepted within last month. He was accepted into the Hope House, where he will be provided with numerous resources, a place to stay, and any treatment for anything he may need. So we are asking, Your Honor, that you take into account the limitations in his resources, the fact that he has not been able to get his SSI set up because he was in custody. We're asking that you take into account his lack of any history of violence and reduce his bond to an amount that we will be able to go through the bail project and have him released to the Hope House. And we are asking that any release order does require he be released with 30 days of medication. And so we are asking that his bond, if you are considering both cases, we're asking that they don't in the aggregate exceed $5,000. But if you're only considering this case, then we're asking that bond does not exceed $2,000. Thank you.
Right. So Mr. Duke said we could put the other one on next Thursday. Is that okay?
Yes, I will not be here, Your Honor, but I'll have someone cover for me.
All right, go ahead, Mr. White.
Just defendants picking up cases faster than we can indict them or resolve them. He does have an open case in non-complex 24SC002172. The state would note that this defendant, in addition to, hang on just a second, in addition to his Georgia record, he also has a record in Pennsylvania with at least 2 cycles. He has at least 7 aliases, having used at least it looks like maybe 3 different dates of birth and looks like multiple social security numbers. Judge, the fact that he has 3 open cases, 1 indicted, these 2 unindicted, that he has no fewer than 5 felony convictions in Georgia. He also has a record in Pennsylvania, he is currently on probation for at least one case with multiple FTAs and multiple probation violations. He's not a good risk for bond under any circumstances. And the fact that he does have a bond and that it's only been, what is that? Looks
This
like
was
less
in March.
hmm?
His bond was in March,
In March. So what are we?
October 3rd.
I mean, Judge, we're still much less than a year before his last bond was set. And, you know, he's continuing to pick up new cases. At this time, Judge, the state is opposed to any reduction in his bond. At this point, it would be much more appropriate, in fact, for his bond to be increased by at least tenfold, just in order to protect the to protect the good citizens of Fulton County from what has been a 35-year crime wave. Nothing further.
And
All
Your
right.
Honor, I
Mhm.
would just like to reiterate that none of his allegations or the allegations against him or his history have anything to do with violence. He has MH that it is a struggle when you are of limited means to deal with. We now have a place for him to go. Things have changed since he came into custody in that we have a place for him to go. We have a treatment plan set up and he will be able to get help to avoid any type of or to avoid a high chance of reoffending. Nothing is going to change while he's in there. He's not gonna get the treatment he needs, Your Honor, and being in custody does not help anyone. We do not believe he is a serious risk, and I think that if the state were so concerned about his him being danger to society, then they would have indicted him. Tomorrow will be 200 days that he's been in custody. So thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. No drugs unless prescribed, no alcohol, no weapons, no replicas of weapons. Must supply an address where you'll be living upon release. No further contact with Blake Howe, Howe, or Blake Garrett, Garrett. Stay away from So I'll do 500, 1,000, and 1,000. We'll get the other one on next week. Best of luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.